Twilight, Where Darkness Begins. No, we're not going to talk about that series of books from the 80s and 90s that were self-contained young adult horror movies. We're going to talk about Twilight. 3 things before I start. 1, the vampires in this book don't bother me. Pre-Dracula vampires were able to run out in the sunlight, and depending on the region of the earth you live in, they had many powers. Ukrainian vampires could turn into butterflies. Sparkling vampires, who cares? 2, the werewolves, interesting, but to me they're just an off-sprout, branching out of Arctic culture. The shape-changing, animal-speaking mythology. It's interesting, but they're not really werewolves. The fact that they don't fight each other actually is a little interesting, because in most movies and books, werewolves and vampires are killing each other left or right. Bella's relationship, this is number 3, with Edward actually makes sense. No, hear me out. Edward can read minds. That means everybody around him is probably a babbling idiot. He can hear every thought we think about going to the bathroom, about, hey, look at that chick, look at the elbows on her, stuff like that. So meeting a girl who he actually has to try to figure out her thoughts and feelings from her body language is probably going to be fascinating, interesting, and actually cause some bonding there. Now for the bad stuff. 1, Bella has no personality, and I feel sorry for Edward. 2, the family doesn't drink blood. This vampire family doesn't drink blood. This is like a cat who refuses tuna. It's not an issue of, well, if we're strong enough we can refuse blood. Vampires, at least by this time in the post-Dracula period, drink blood! They don't absorb moonlight. They don't absorb essence from the ground or the trees. They drink blood. Cats eat meat. Dogs eat meat and vegetables. Cats have no choice in this matter unless they're forced on a diet. They will eat potato chips and stuff like that, but they really do need meat. Vampires need blood. If you don't drink blood, you die. The fact that she somehow makes it a choice, an ethical choice among vampires, seems to be wrong. It's my opinion, but it still seems a little wrong. There are different species. They have different rules. I'm Team Spike. 3, and probably the thing that really makes this book for me 1 out of 5 or 2 out of 10 is the writing. Listen, I write fan fiction. I've written stuff on the internet. I know I'm not that good. I'm mediocre at best. I keep it broken up into chapters. I keep each chapter about the overall arch, but also self-contained with some humor, some action, something interesting to get you to the end of the chapter and make you want to read the next chapter. I've had people review my stuff. There are issues with it, but they usually say that at least it continues, there's action, and the characters are usually interesting, and the technology, since I write a lot of sci-fi, is interesting. It hooks you and gets you to the next chapter. Is it something you'd sell Amazon.com? No, you wouldn't pay for my stuff. But if it's lunch during work hour, you'd probably read it, probably get in trouble too. There's no way I would write this kind of book, because I know I can't go 498 pages. And somebody should have told her that too. That's the problem with the book, is that there's really no overall problem, but there's nothing great and nothing that should pull you even beyond 100 pages in this book. If you want to read Twilight, go right ahead. And if you're going to have problems with it, you're going to argue about you don't like the vampires or stuff like that, go right ahead also. It's all opinion. In the end, people hate this book. I think for all the wrong reasons, but once again, it's my honest or humble opinion. Is it a great book? No. Is it a horrible book that should be burned? No. Should you waste a series of novels after it? Well, the publishing company is not there to publish good books. They're there to make money. Should there have been a movie about it? Once again, no. But then I don't think they should have made a movie about War of the Worlds so many times. I mean, Pendragon making a 3-hour movie? Oh, God. So, take what you will. It's not really breaking any vampire rules, but it probably has made some English lit majors pull out their hair. Have a good day.